50% in your region. So both players kind of on the edge of that right now. But we've seen some really good performances from Kent recently. In the wee hours time slot, we saw some great guesses, some great games from Kent. But Fao as well has been kind of hitting his stride recently. So I think this is going to be a really tightly contested game.
I think so as well. Yeah, Kent has been really performing well, and we've been saying it. Maybe 2025 is Kent's year, but at the same time, Fao not starting exactly how people expected, but has been amping up a little bit. I've said it before at the last World Cup. Fao kind of needs to ramp up that Fao engine, and it seems like he's finally doing it. You put him in the place where he is down there in 22nd. This is actually where he wants to be. This is where he starts to shine. He needs to be down to come back and do it. Let's see what happens here. We're on round 1. It's moving. Kent versus Fao.
Starting in North America, looks like the US here. I mean, if it was Canada, Fao would probably already know where it was, so that's a good indication that it's the US.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see if either player runs into anything. I don't know if... I would guess that neither of them knows area codes or anything like that, but Osage Nation, that I think is in Oklahoma. Learn your Native American reservations, I guess.
I guess so. Do they know it, though? Kent has another sign. Tribal support there. He's going Oklahoma. Oh.
I might be wrong about it being
though?
Oklahoma, but I think it's at least nearby if it isn't.
We'll see. Fao yet to open the map. Where's he going to go?
Oh, he's got
Kent
30
places
seconds.
it in Oklahoma.
Oh my
Fao.
gosh, Kentucky, Tennessee.
Now Tennessee. This actually could be some big points round 1. Yep, it is Oklahoma. Kent, really good guess there. That already deals almost 2,000 damage on only round 1.
Definitely some asymmetrical information there. I think Kent had a little more to work with than Fao did there. He had a couple of signs. Even if he didn't know off the top of his head where the Osage Nation was, he had some good clues and was able to make a good guess. But it's only round 1.
Round 2 now. India, by the looks of it. Seems like we have some Hindi, if I'm not mistaken there.
Looks most likely Hindi, yep.
That helps narrow it down a tiny bit, but...
Yeah, it is the most widely spoken language in India, but it still eliminates pretty much the southern half or so of the country.
Both players haven't found anything too helpful yet. Neither opened the map. 20 seconds left.
Yeah, I'd imagine we're probably not going to get anything too good here. I mean, there might be some city names here, but I think they're probably pretty small. So both players will just be hedging in the north of India.
Looks like it. Kent, New Delhi. Fao, nearby as well. He's going to be a little farther west. Kent, just a little closer. 232 damage.
Yep. Not too much to talk about on that one. Urban India, really difficult. I mean, if you don't learn the districts and you don't learn how to read the languages, it can be quite tricky to narrow down.
Going into round 3 on Japan.
A little home field advantage,
home.
maybe.
Let's see. Fao locks in quick.
Solid Japan player in his own right. We do have Chubu, guy wires, and plates, I think, here. So Fao will be in the right region, and it looks like he's just kind of hedging middle of Chubu, and wouldn't shock me if Kent does the same.
Yeah, both just right there. But Kent, wow, really good guess.
Yeah, heck of a guess there.
18.
Still flawless. Maybe again, 2025. Is this Kent's year?
Is it Kent's year? We've been saying it every time we see him.
I mean,
he's been performing so well.
Fao definitely the better moving player of the two. So if Kent is actually able to see this out, that would be a huge result for him.
Definitely would.
What does that say? What was their info?
Ooh.
Community. There is info on the bottom right. I can't read it, but maybe he can get something out of it.
It's possible. Time runs out. They're both pretty close to each other. Fao finally gonna be just slightly closer. Not gonna be much damage, only 25, but it does break the Kent flawless.
It's something at least.
Something.
Fao knows he's not out. Knows he can come back. He's certainly made tougher comebacks than this before. All depends on what rounds we get. Looks like another Italy This one probably a bit further north.
Could be a very beautiful little town here, though, I will say.
Oh, Portofino, I feel like I've heard of it. Maybe Kent actually has something. I don't know if he's right about it being Liguria, but it might be. Oh,
These
wow.
are really big difference in guesses. The timer runs out. Opposite sides of the country. Kent is on it. Kent's gonna win the game with that almost flawless foul and moving. What in the world?
I'm kind of surprised by that because I guess the architecture and just the general feel felt much more north to me. So I'm wondering what it was that made Fao go Sicily. Maybe it was just a moment of panic, or maybe he got baited by some piece of info. But either way, I mean, Kent nearly flawless in the moving game against Fao, which is definitely not what we expected to see, but that is a huge start for him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's his
very
Baguio
huge.
City, I think.
Fao's got a sign there, so he makes a quick guess.
I think it's his Baguio City. Yeah, they both got it.
Both got it. Both right there. Kent, wee bit closer. We're on no move now, chat. They cannot move up and down the road anymore. They spawn in, they get one 360 panorama, and that's all they have to guess. Round 1, quick Philippines, they see a sign, takes us to round 2. Only 2 damage.
Kent, quick lock in Bulgaria. I do like the guess with this architecture, with these orange roofs. Might see Fao follow suit, but he's also, yeah, Romania's also a reasonable guess here, so...
He moves down to Bulgaria. Both there in Bulg. It's right on the border. Fao, a wee bit closer. 34 points.
Fao has only taken, I think, 59 points collectively off of Kent so far in these 2 games, so Kent, he really is locked in, and I think he's playing better than he's been playing this entire tournament so far.
Yeah, agreed. He played really well last night, if anybody was in that little extra time slot broadcast. And he's playing well today. Round 3. Little Thailand. You see some Thai language, Thai pole, Thai architecture. Fao, farther east. Kent, pretty central.
Yep. There's some red soil, and it's quite flat from what we can see. Both of those are indicative of sort of the eastern, Isan region of Thailand. Kent has actually switched to Vientiane, which is also possible. I could definitely see this being Laos.
Possible. We'll see.
He's going to switch back to Thailand, though. Oh my gosh, Fao was thinking of going south, but it looks like he's going to stick in eastern Thailand.
Both kind of eastern now. It is just more central. Kent's first plonk would have been really nice for him, actually, but both pretty equidistant there. A couple little points of damage to Kent's health.
Oh,
Round
definitely
4.
under pressure now, but he knows, I mean, he's been under pressure before, and we've seen that if anything, he plays better and better the more pressure is on him, so he won't be panicking. He never does.
Never does. Both players in Switzerland now, kind of more in the flat north part.
Yep, we have the low camera, which you can tell by the big blur on the Google car. But what a guess.
And is playing out of his mind. What a guess.
Only 7 kilometers away. Such an impressive guess there.
Really nice stuff. Takes us to round 5. This is a weird one. I like North Spain a lot. I was just going to say that. And
Yeah.
Kent zooms in there.
With the eucalyptus trees, North Portugal and Galicia is probably the best place for the players to be here. I agree with both of their guesses here.
I do too. I like it a lot. They're both there. It is going to be Galicia. It's going to be near the coast. Kent going to win that round. 700 points of damage there. Kent now with a pretty decent lead. About 1,000 points.
Kent just not giving an inch so far. He's been so consistent. Is this... what is this? Colombia? Ecuador?
Ooh, a
It's a bit
hard one
trickier.
for round 6. No signs, no nothing. You've got landscape, you've got a road.
Looks like we have the back of a sign. It doesn't look like it has a cross on it, but it could just be sort of a non-standard sign. Doesn't necessarily mean Colombia is impossible. Like the fence looks very Cola, but I do like an Ecuador or possibly a Mexico. Hard to say.
Hard to say. We have a Mexico here from Kent. Fao is in Ecuador. This could be really big points with 3.5 times damage.
I think
round
Fao's
6.
pin is in Mexico, but he just switched it to Ecuador.
He switched it to Ecuador. Oh, wow. Is Kent gonna stay? Neither's locked it in. Kent locks it in. Fao's staying in Ecuador. He doesn't even look too happy with himself on the camera, but it's Colombia, and he will be closer with that. 3.5 times damage will win him the no-move game, taking us to NMPZ.
Well, yeah. So as predicted, well, not necessarily predicted, but hypothesized, it was a bait sign. Both players presumably didn't go Colombia because the back of that sign didn't have that characteristic cross on it, but yeah, I suppose sometimes they don't have to. But Fao, at the general vibes, got the right continent, and that was enough for him.
That was enough. Ecuador and Colombia can notoriously look pretty similar to each other, so makes sense. We get into NMPZ. This is no moving, panning, or zooming, and we're possibly on a Canada by the looks of it. This is Fao's home turf. This is what he's most comfortable in. Let's see what he can do.
Such a good Canada player. He's in Quebec and Kent's in New Brunswick, so we could see some damage done here. Again, I would never bet against Fao in a Canada round, but this is a tricky one, to be fair.
This is a very tricky one. He's gonna stay there. Kent and New Brunswick. Fao, Quebec. It is Quebec. Really good guess from Fao to start us off in NMPZ. That's 1,000 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm sure he wishes that the multipliers were a little bit higher on that round, but he'll definitely take it. Good for the mental. Solid round 1 win.
Very solid. We go on to round 2.
Kent with the Mexico zoom. I like it. I think the sun looks like it's probably towards the south, based off the direction of the shadows, which would suggest northern hemisphere. My other thought was something like Argentina, but I think with the sun direction, Mexico's definitely a good guess.
I like it. Fao, considering a CDMX guess, or possibly just a hedge, Kent's very far north. Oh, Fao's pin is north in Chihuahua, actually, so they are both in Chihuahua.
I like the north guess. It does feel quite dry. So, yeah, I would believe it, but not an easy round.
Not an easy one at all. 5 seconds left on the clock. Fao's going to just let the timer run out with his pin in Chihuahua. Wow, it's north border.
Wow. That was like downtown Juarez. Interesting.
Very interesting. Deals a bit of damage to Fao's health, but Fao still in the lead going into round 3.
Or plot twist, it was El Paso.
Oh, imagine.
Who knows?
Who knows? We didn't get a zoom in. Round 3, an interesting one to say the least. Looking at the ocean. What are we looking at
here? Oh gosh.
Kent thinks it's the U.S. Fao thinks it's Australia. Absolutely opposite guesses right now on our round 3 NMPZ. Kent versus Fao. He's going Kangaroo Island, and Kent's in North Carolina. Is
I
Kent
prefer
gonna move?
Australia here.
I think I do too.
Kent's thinking about it. I think it doesn't look quite right to me for the U.S. Oh, he's thinking about it. Is he going to switch though? Fao's just looking for the 5K.
He's trying if he can. He's on Port Lincoln now.
Kent still has his pin in North Carolina.
Yeah, with only less than 10 seconds. Is Kent gonna move it? He opens the map again. He's looking at Australia. He does. He moves towards Perth.
He's still west, though.
But it's far west. These are gonna be really different guesses. And it is Perth!
Wow. And he wins it. Wow.
He wins the game off that. When he was in North Carolina till the last second.
Wow. Fao was in South Australia the entire time. Kent with the switch from the U.S.